Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed my little switch up last week with trying out some new shows, Mr. Villain and Solo Leveling. I will definitely be continuing to watch Solo Leveling on the channel. So hopefully you all will be into that. But I am continuing on with the Apothecary Diaries with episode 11. I believe this episode is going to continue with Mao Mao being around Lady Aduo and her lady in waiting, Fang Min.
A letter from concubine Gyokyo?
Yes, I was told to deliver it directly.
I'm sorry. Lady Ado is out for tea.
What is it? Now, out of all the times that Fang Ming can decide to need to cut things up, why she got to do it when Mao Mao visits? That's a huge knife.
Well, aren't you a clever one?
The big cleanup was just a smokescreen. A new high-ranked concubine is going to be introduced during the New Year's celebration, and concubine Adwa will be forced to leave.
Really? I'm thinking Lady Aduo has to leave because, I mean, out of all the consorts, right, she's the oldest.
The doctor who was in charge. He was my father. The birth of concubine Adwa's child coincided with another delivery.
Ladies, when is the doctor expected to return?
He's still tending to the Empress!
My lady, Feng Ming is by your side.
I cannot imagine. Childbirth today is still, it can be a stressful, and the mother, right, the mother and baby still need a lot of attention and care and looking after. And I cannot imagine, you know, hundreds of years ago being a mother giving childbirth. I'm not a mom, you guys. I'm an auntie. But it's just the practices, the medicine, the availability of doctors and midwives were completely different. And then to have your, I don't know how to say it, like then to have your care be put on hold because there's a birth more important happening, instead of them just making sure that there was maybe more than one doctor or maybe a midwife being available. You know, that's crazy. Both of these children are, have royal blood. So you would think they would just make sure that there's more than one medicine person or health person available for the birth of two babies. Okay, there's my little rant for now.
She must have lost her uterus during the delay.
See what I mean?
Sadly, the child that was born to concubine Adwa passed away soon after.
Despite the fact you're the daughter of that incompetent charlatan.
Oh, why's she talking about her dad that way? Incompetent charlatan. I mean, he seems pretty knowledgeable. I mean, he taught Mao Mao, so there has to be something else that we don't know about yet. That's crazy.
There was a rumor how the child fell ill and died as a result of the toxic face powder. But that's not the case, is it?
Oh. Okay. They didn't need to do that. They didn't need to like zoom in on the that was like a deadly look right there. Ooh.
The real cause of death was this. So many plants, so many poisons. You thought it would be a nutritious supplement. To an infant, though, it can be lethal. My father, Luoman, the attending doctor at the time, was blamed for repeated mistakes, including the one at childbirth, and was expelled from the rear palace. Someone came along and taught you how honey can be poisonous when it's fed to an infant.
She inadvertently poisoned the baby by feeding the baby honey. Okay. And the only other character that we've seen with an interaction and almost being sick from the honey was Lady Lishu, right?
That person was Consort Lishu.
Okay, okay.
During the previous emperor's reign, she was close to concubine Aduo, who was her elder. It was during this time concubine Lishu shared how she almost died after eating honey when she was younger.
Okay.
To make sure your lady never knew, you started chasing the concubine away from the Garnet Pavilion. But one day,
she came back, yeah.
As another high-ranking consort, and a threat to Aduo's status. An insolent child. To protect concubine Aduo, who became incapable of childbirth, and to conceal the issue with the honey.
She did it? Whoa, okay.
There is nothing I desire.
Anything, just ask me.
Okay, so Mao Mao, it's weird. I don't know. She discovers when characters are, they've done something wrong. They've done something questionable. They've put another person's character's life at risk, right? She discovers this, figures out the motive, and late lady in waiting Fang Ming just asked her, well, what do you want now that you know this, right? And Mao Mao says, nothing. Then I don't know, why confront them? Does she because it seems like she's also about Mao Mao. She's also about not getting others in trouble, even though they've done something wrong. So, for example, you know, the ladies in waiting bullying Lady Lishu, they need to be replaced. um, or the taste tester knowingly, that the girl can't eat mackerel, but she, semi confronted her about it. But when Jinshi asked, well, do you think she knew XYZ? Mama was like, oh no, I don't know anything. But she does. So I guess what is she expecting in those situations? Is she expecting by confronting them that they're going to change their behavior? But in this case, right, a child is dead. And if it's discovered by anyone other than Mao Mao, that lady, I don't think she gonna make it, right? Like, she's gonna lose her head. So by her saying that she doesn't want anything, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if I'm thinking too much into this. By her saying that she doesn't want anything, maybe she doesn't want anything, you know? The outcome doesn't matter to her. But I guess just revealing that, this is the truth is enough. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Like, why does she say, like, why doesn't she want something as a result of confronting these other characters about what they've done? I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me press play. Okay, she need to watch her with that knife.
Child, think of the person who is most precious to you and what they hold most dear in life. I'm guilty. He's gone because of me. The child Lady Adwa loved so dearly was taken away. With these hands.
What was her mental state like, serving Lady Adwa for 16 years? Without a partner, sacrificing everything for the concubine. There's no way she wouldn't be executed. The woman is smart.
Right.
And surely she already knows this.
Right.
My options are limited, but I can take your two motives and make them into one. The result won't change, but if it's preferable.
Okay, so she's helping her. Mao Mao's odd in a way. Like, she's not emotional about a situation. She's not, she's not emotionally invested in a situation. I know at the same time, she doesn't want to see others hurt. And she's also, I guess, considerate of other people's circumstances. And by offering to help her come up with another, story, I guess, or cover, she's helping Lady Feng Ming, because I guess she knows the lady is still gonna die, but I guess at least she'll die without hurting the person that she cares for the most.
Good thing I wore layers of stiffened oil paper, just in case our conversation became less civil.
Okay.
Wasn't cut. There's that.
I'm glad she was prepared, okay, because that lady had that big behind knife.
Not a thing, honestly.
I heard you had Gauchwan collect some information.
True. I was hoping to figure something out, but it was all for naught.
Feng Ming's motive was to ensure concubine Adwa would remain in a position of influence, as one of the 4 concubines.
Indeed. Strange, they're out of season.
You shouldn't okay, you probably shouldn't copy her. Okay.
It's not as if you ingested a lethal amount.
She has a tendency to put things she shouldn't in her mouth. They look so much alike.
Maybe I'll take a walk. Fengming was executed, and concubine Aduo is set to leave the rear palace tomorrow.
Okay. Wow.
You're that girl. The one who helped clean the other day.
Forgive me, my lady.
Does she borrow Jinshi's clothes to come out?
Is that booze? Give me!
She like her alcohol.
After my son left me, my role changed entirely. I became the Emperor's friend, no longer his concubine. The water must have been so very cold. It would have chilled her to the bone.
I think I get it now. That servant's death. It really was a suicide. And concubine Aduo already knew. She made the choice to plunge into the waters. Just as Fengming chose the gallows to keep her secret from being revealed.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's so much stuff going on. Oh my gosh.
Ow, don't scare people like that.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, what is he doing?
I'll be going. Would you mind unhanding me now? I told you, let go. Have you been drinking tonight?
They asked me, so I did.
I wonder who.
When she finally came back, she told me she was satisfied and threw me out.
Oh. Uh-oh, why is he's trying? How sweet and sad. So, okay, he's crying. For him to visit Lady Aduo and be crying afterwards, they have to be close. Is he her child? But they said, Lady Aduo also said that her child, no, no. I mean, yeah, she said her child died. Like, why are they so close? And now that I'm thinking about it, right, at the garden party, he had already received some type of the hairpin. Maybe he got it from Lady Aduo, right? Because the hairpins are given to those that what they care about or like or whatever. What is his relationship to her? And enough for him to drink with her or, take a drink from her and for her to borrow his clothes.
Well, neither of them appears to be hungover. A ceremony must take place before concubine Aduo can leave the rear palace. The two of them could get away with swapping outfits.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
But what if concubine Aduo's and the Empress Dowager's babies were swapped at some point? It must have been clear to her after seeing how her child was treated. However, what if people found out the babies were swapped later? If that happened after one of them died, it would explain why my dad received such harsh physical punishment. He didn't notice.
Wait a minute. Okay. Another bomb, another mystery, another question. I can't handle it sometimes. All these questions and mysteries and unknowns. Because if someone's going to make the switch, right, it would have had to be Lady Aduo involved. When would that have occurred? When would she have gotten close enough to switch out babies. Okay. I don't think I was okay, so I don't think I was like truly understanding the connections here. So if this theory is correct, Jinshi has been raised as the current emperor's brother. And if this theory is correct, the current emperor is actually his father, and his uncle is actually dead because his uncle would have been accidentally, inadvertently poisoned by the honey fed by Fang Ming. Am I thinking about this right? I didn't even like get that connection. Oh my God. If this is accurate. Because like at the garden party, right? There was a scene where one of the other ladies in waiting said, "Oh, well, the emperor's brother has disappeared. He wasn't at the little um, cushion next to the emperor." And Mao Mao later ran into Jinshi after she was, getting rid of the poison she digested. Wow. Why would the doctor be punished for that, though? I mean, even if he hadn't noticed until it was too late that the babies were swapped, he didn't do it. And so this whole time, if this is true, Lady Aduo has been able to stay in the palace because her son is now a prince. I mean, I guess he would have been a prince either way. He's been raised as the emperor's younger brother. All right, let me stop. I'm giving myself like you know, a slight headache trying to make sure I understand this right. All right, let's finish the episode, y'all.
Are you hurt?
Who laughing? Because it ain't funny.
At that moment, her masculine, noble face suddenly took on a different expression, one of a caring mother.
Fang Ming's kin and those connected.
She told me she was kidnapped and sold off, but...
Well, she was. So what are they saying? That it was purposely arranged? You start the episode with like this question and that theory and, this situation. And, it kind of gets answered during the episode. And then the episode ends with something else. This reminds me, definitely not as intense. Okay. Definitely not as intense. But shows with all these questions and things that haven't yet been revealed, and as you're watching it, like things are partially uncovered and it just takes a while for things to be fully answered and understood and confirmed. This reminds me of me watching Attack on Titan. Okay, like I I haven't finished it, okay? And it's upsetting that, through social media, I know how it ends. Can you believe it? But definitely with Attack on Titan, I had to like it would be so long in between seasons, right? And so I would end up having I would rewatch the previous season before watching the new one. And in part because it was just so much I didn't get and I had to recall. So watching this just reminds me of me also trying to understand another show with, like, a lot of stuff going on. Secrets. Not as intense, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, that is episode 11. Let me know. And again, I appreciate you all being so interactive in the comments. But let me know if I'm like on the right, I don't know, path of thinking, because I know y'all probably ahead of me. Okay. So kind of let me know if I'm on the right track. All right. I appreciate it. Okay, well, again, episode 11. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Apothecary Diaries. If you like the video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate the support, the comments, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. All right, y'all. Until next time.